Virgo, welcome to GRAYCI'S Gamut. Today I will be doing your February 21st to the 27th, 2022 financial reading involving your money and career. Please remember that this is a general reading. It is not a personal read. Take what's for you and leave the rest behind. I am going to pull a Dark Mirror Oracle. It seems like I have to do that with you guys every week. Even in your financial readings, stuff going on for some of you that may be addressed here, needs to be addressed. Guidance in certain situations. Ooh, we have 3 of them. We have atonement. We have peaceful among thorns. And we have parasite. Wow, I feel like you had that in your relationship reading as well. Last week. Let's see. I'm going to go right to the book on these. Atonement. 31. Accepting the full burden of responsibility, the fair as well as the unfair, with no discount. Accepting pain is a way to survive the pain. Not all things burn, but some should. Atonement is about paying the bills. Unadulterated, unfiltered, not negotiated. It is about full and open acceptance of consequences and a little more. It is about paying for the price of others, letting go of all ifs and buts, taking it all in, whether it's ours to take or another's to shoulder. If you have a piece of what puts you at fault, normally you would try to separate it and weigh it evenly with what makes the other at fault, and with what you made it, and with that you've made it right. A little for a little, but it rarely does it move anything forward. Sometimes we need a clean slate, and it's done by going through it all, paying more than is due to create closure for yourself and others. I feel like someone is in a situation where they are paying more, literally paying more, feeling like they need to do more to earn their keep wherever it is that you're. I feel like it has to do with your residence, something within your residence. It could be your relationships with whoever you live with. Feeling almost, I feel like feeling guilty about something. Feeling guilty about something for some reason. Taking more of the burdens. A lot of us do that, though, don't we? Within our environment, we end up having to take more responsibility than others, as far as bill paying and cleaning and all that stuff. I feel like someone has got an extra burden on them besides having to work. We have peaceful among thorns, the number 26. The spiritual can't solve the material, but it can transcend it. Coexistence of the material and the spiritual is the human way to enlightenment. We talk too much about spiritual stuff, spiritual that, spiritual this. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in an age when everything seems reduced to a materialistic drive, but aren't we going too much to the other side? I have a money problem, go spiritual. I have a health problem, go spiritual. I have a love problem. Think of true love and go spiritual. I want to, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. If we are truly able to solve problems like this, what is spiritual would have been sold in grocery stores. Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. And to solve love problems, you need to be intimate. We'll put it that way. Strange but true. Getting spiritual is not what solves our problems. It is what gives depth to our solutions and makes them meaningful. It takes us from the small to the wide, from the river to the ocean, but sometimes we are not ready to make it our center, and therefore it's perfectly fine if we do not. I feel like saying don't blame everything on your zodiac. I've got this feeling like someone is like, I'm a Virgo, so that's why I do this. And it's you can't blame everything on just your character flaw. Blaming character flaws is what I feel like saying. Blaming character flaws and reasons that you do the way what you do. Instead of taking that responsibility of what things that you may say, you may like, oh, it's because I'm a Virgo, or, I'm not just Virgos, but anybody in general. But I feel like someone here has been doing that, where must have been of a divine time for me to quit this job. It must have been my breaking point or whatever. I think someone may have lost a job since that came up. If somebody may have just quit their job, tired of the crap, whatever it was, and someone is blaming part of that on the fact that it must be because it's time for me to move on to something else, and it was Spirit's way of making me move, and really that wasn't the case. It was, you just don't want to be there anymore, and you should have made prior plans for other employment or other means of income before you did it, and you didn't. So just be mindful of that. Keep the blame where it lies. Okay, you have Parasite, number 19. When the only answer to lack of self-efficiency is to cling to another one. What can't survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Relationships are not a zero-sum game. Of course, using each other is part of the game, but it's quite different when use takes the shape of supporting rather than manipulating or exploiting. In the long run, a good relationship is a win-win, where the more I give, the more I get, and the other way around. Still, it's not always like this. Not just in bad relationships. In the short run, bad is bound to happen even in the house of true love. We cling, we bite, we hunger for safety and freedom and support, and on the other side we get mangled, bitten, demanded on. Well, it happens. It happened and it will happen again. It is a part of the game, but if it happens too often, it creates a toxic environment. It doesn't matter if we are the victim or the perpetrator. Poison is shared equally. One gets the pain, another one gets the advantage, but the toxic part, they both get. Okay, I feel like financial problems are affecting your household, are affecting where you stay, whether it be a relationship. It's not all relationships. I mean, whether it be like a roommate situation, still staying at mom and dad's, or relatives, or if it's in a significant other within it feels like there are money issues going on. Someone may have quit their job, whether it be you or them, and the other person doesn't feel like that person's taking on the responsibilities that they should. It's almost like these are two different people here. One is taking the burden, feeling like they take the burden of everything that happens, and this other one that just I feel like up and quit your job and sitting down somewhere, staying home. I believe that I want to tell somebody that they are looking for a job. They are trying to figure out their way. And fighting about it is not going to solve the issue. It's just going to make more stress for you, them, and it might distance them or yourself from, if you go into a depressive mode over it. It just makes things worse and slows down progress. That's what I want to say. So support each other, even if you're not agreeing with what the other did or how they went about doing it. I feel like you need to make sure you're supporting each other mentally. I think it has to do with mentally and emotionally as well. Just be mindful of that. You can make a situation toxic very quickly, not being able to see each other's side of things. You have... why is this acting like... there's a... Obviously, like I always say, your relationships can hinder your progress financially as well, or can impede progress financially, or vice versa. A job could get in the way of a relationship. But this is kind of commingling here. Someone is they needed to hear this, and I'm going to say it anyway, even when I don't want to really. I want to go further and tell you, because if it's coming out, it's for a reason. It's for someone so that they can get better, so that they can achieve what they need to. And Spirit is just coming through like this. There's a million readings out there. If you don't feel like this is for you, you can go check them out. But I say stay around a while to see if this really is pertaining to your situation in the long run, because other things will come out. This Three of Swords. I feel like somebody is very taking on more of a load than they need to, in as far as finances go, and they may be dealing with somebody. This could be you on the other end, or someone dealing with you. Quit your job, or I feel like somebody had 2 jobs and quit one of them. And you may be starting to see the downside of a downward slope a little bit here. And I feel like there's been a lot of arguments about it, and that's where this achy heart is coming in here. 8 of Cups. Walking away from something that no longer serves you. I don't think it's about whatever this relationship is. Someone may be thinking along that lines, though. So, and that's what might be what's breaking somebody's heart. Someone may think that you want to walk away from them as well, and or you think that they will walk away from you because of maybe loss of employment. Or I don't think that's going to be the case, though. I feel like progress will be made. I feel like you're going to have to go through a tough time, but you need to shed some of this. I feel like somebody's doing the woe is me again, and I'm feeling that in this situation as well, where it's stop focusing on that negative. Shed away all that stuff that you don't need, and clear a pathway here. Get rid of some things that you don't and clear a pathway. I do feel like somebody walking away from something. I don't think it's necessarily a relationship, but it may be the decision the heartbreaking because of the decision to need to leave somebody behind, feeling like maybe or maybe you've always been the one to carry the burdens, and this person that maybe they keep quitting jobs and they're not staying long enough to do anything. You're realizing that they cannot help you sustain a household. They'd rather you do all the work. This may be where this is coming in here as well. You have the 2 of Swords here. This is being stumped. You're not sure which way to go. Your heart wants you to stay in one spot, and yet you don't want to continue to be the sole provider of the household. I'm almost feeling like this is where this is going. Someone may have already been through this, and this is you're working yourself through it. There wasn't an equal partnership here, I'm feeling, for someone within where you reside. Like I said, whether it be friends, family, loved ones in general. I feel like there's if you are the one that is constantly quitting your job, there's probably good reason to do so. There's probably reasons why. But if that's the case, then it's because you're not happy where you've been going. Go somewhere where you may be happier. You have the King of Wands in the reverse here. There's no growth happening because of this. There's a constant bickering, constant feeling like the other one is out to get. If you're in a situation like that, you may have to make the choice to leave the situation. Sometimes it doesn't get better. It's not always, but sometimes it just doesn't get better. Because you just harbor ill feelings towards each other, and then it stunts growth in a situation. And then you can't even, sometimes you get to the point where you can't even get past it unless you move farther away. It's like feeling their energy and needing to create distance in order to fix the situation. You have the 8 of Swords in the reverse here. Some of you may have had a breakup over something like this. Maybe that's why this energy is coming up here. I feel like you felt trapped in a situation, possibly carrying the burdens of the financial burden as well as everything else. I feel like maybe you had to walk away from someone or some situation. You felt like you were tied down. You didn't know what to do, and the only option, I feel like to unstrap yourself and take the blindfold off, the only option was to walk away. And this could be affecting how you, everything. I feel like this may have been for some of you recent, and that's why this is affecting your financial situation here. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Feels like a lack of communication. Cutting off communication, possibly. They keep trying to call you. Whoever it is just keeps trying to get a hold of you and wanting you to come back in the situation. But you haven't seen them make any progress either. Choices. Be careful of your choices here. You've got a choice card on top of a path card. Needing to make a decision, needing to, this may be you, maybe if you haven't left yet, for some of you, you're going to make the decision, you're going to end up eventually making the decision to leave, because I feel like whatever is going on here is hurting you, making it so you can't have the things that you want and live the way you want, because this person is not working with you to have a better life. Be careful of your choices always. Don't feel like you can't make a choice, because sitting back and taking no action is an action. So, which could make the situation worse if you haven't left the situation yet. Anything else here for Virgo? 10 of Wands. Wow, this is all culminating up to stop. No longer accepting the burdens of everything within the household, walking away from it, putting it down, knowing that you don't have to be responsible for everything, every little thing. It's supposed to be 50-50 within a relationship, and you've been overburdened for some time, and you are letting that go. You have the Knight of Wands here. Wow. King of Wands, Knight of Wands. The Knight protects the King. The King is in the reverse here. There's no growth here with this King. This may be your person here. That's why this choice is coming in. You know that you can't live the life that you want, and you want a better financial situation, and you could do bad by yourself, I feel like saying. Because I feel like you're here in the upright, protecting and defending and wanting to grow with this King, and they're in the reverse over here. Lack of enthusiasm for the plight. That sucks. But you need to get past it, beyond it. Maybe they need to be shot up there on their own so that they can change, have time to evolve and change, and there's a possibility for some of you that this relationship will come back in. 7 of Wands. There will be or it has culminated to your emotions overpowered you on it, and you got fed up and had enough here. Knight of Wands again. Sometimes we have to protect ourselves. We can't keep protecting someone else if they're not contributing to the situation to keep things positive, if they're only giving the negative. We have the Knight of Cups over here as well. I feel like the Knights and the Kings again. I'm feeling like maybe you withdrawing, your heart isn't in this anymore, whatever the situation was. So you are ready for a change here, ready to your progress is going to have to do with having a positive outcome is going to have to do with you leaving somebody behind or a situation behind. You're going to have to walk away, and they will have to learn on their own what is going on here. You know, what it is that they will come to the realization that it was about them and what they do. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Oh, let me put this here. 7 of Cups in the reverse on top of the 7 of Cups. Yeah, having to walk away. Definitely, I feel like having to walk away from a situation. Someone may be moving, just in general, moving from where you're at, your place of residence here. Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. It's in the reverse. I find it funny that you have a Page of Swords in the reverse as well as a Page of Wands here in the reverse as well. I feel like you can't even talk to this person anymore, or you got to the point where you couldn't, and that's why you walked away. They couldn't hear what you were saying. It was an argument every time, and they never learned from anything that you had to go through financially with this person or in this situation. They just continued to do what they were doing and didn't realize that they were the cause of it. And you had to eventually walk away, or you will be walking away from this. Sucks, but it needs to be done. We're going to pull a Grace card to end the reading. I think that's as far as we're going to go with this energy. Partnership. God speaks to us through people. We are ambassadors of grace for one another. This situation may have caused you to realize that you want something better. And you're not going to get it where you are at, in the position you were at. Maybe that's why you had to walk away as well. You have quiet. Turn off the noise. Silence nourishes the body, mind, and spirit. I think the person was noisy. I think they played music a lot and stuff, and you wanted peace. Or maybe you found peace, and I'm feeling like something about music. You may have found peace listening to music, whatever. Maybe they didn't like it. Let's, this one. Get a few message cards here. Kindness. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. I feel like this is a partnership with spirit. Somebody needs to take, I'm going to say a vacation. I say vacation. It doesn't have to be vacation, but a break. Take a break. Go somewhere where, you know, the only sound you're hearing is water trickling down a stream. I feel like, I don't know, just get away. Go camping, possibly. Do something. I feel like you may get an offer for something like this, and you need to take it. Maybe a long weekend, if you have time that you can take away from work. Time. I just said time. Embracing the dewdrops of life before they disappear, like with the morning sun. You know what? This is like the changes that you had. You had to make changes in order to end up being happy. You don't want to keep yourself in a state of constant stress. So if you are still in this situation, you may need to think about heading on out of it. Eventually, for some of you, take it as it resonates. I can't know the outcome of everything, and that's why a lot of people come here, right? You know, they come to these readings trying to find solace in their decision making as well. I can't tell you that it's the right thing or that this person will end up eventually becoming different and coming back and being able to do it with you the way they were supposed to. I feel some of you, this will happen. They will, the lines of communication will open back up later on, and they will need to learn. But if someone is like lazy at heart, if someone doesn't have the strive to be better, they want everything handed to them, you'll never be able to change them. Just know that. You have caution. Tread softly as not to disturb the woodland floor. I'm going to put this here because I feel like this has to do with, don't let this relationship or the situation end on an argument. Just tell them this is the way it's going to be, and I've made up my mind, and I'm leaving, and you know, or you need to leave, or whatever the case may be, and move on. Don't end it on. I feel like you're going to have more of an option. If this is a relationship, either friendship or I feel like a love relationship, someone who was supposed to be building with you, significant other. I feel like end it on a good note. I mean, it's not going to be good no matter what, but I mean, don't end it with an argument. and you may in the future be able to come back to it and start over, and when they're in a new frame of mind about it. But don't let them leave angry. That's what I feel like saying. All right, Virgo, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Tap that bell icon for notification of future uploads. Have a great week. I will see you next video.